Welcome to this Functional Skills Level 2 Maths training video. This video contains information and guidance on Criterion 11. Understand and calculate using ratios, direct proportion and inverse proportion. At Level 2, and by the end of this session, you should be able to identify and write ratios, solve problems involving ratios, solve direct proportion problems, and solve inverse proportion problems. What is a ratio? A ratio tells us how much to split an amount of something by. It can also tell us how much of one thing there is compared to another. Why do we use ratios? Ratios help us understand relationships between quantities, share things fairly, and scale recipes or plans up or down. Here's an example. Comparing how many apples to oranges there are. You have 3 apples and 4 oranges. The ratio of apples to oranges is 3 to 4. We can write this as 3:4. This means for every 3 apples, there are 4 oranges. Here's another example. Comparing the number of boys to girls. If a class has 10 boys and 15 girls, the ratio of boys to girls is 10 to 15. We can simplify this, like a fraction, by dividing both numbers by the highest common factor, the highest number both numbers can be divided by. In this case, it is 5. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. So the simplified ratio is 2 to 3. A third example. Dave has 25 sweets, which he wants to share with his friend. Dave shares the sweets in the ratio of 3 to 2. How many sweets do they each get? The ratio here is 3 to 2. The first step that must be completed is to add these together to provide the total number of parts. 3 plus 2 equals 5. The total number of sweets is then divided by the total number of parts. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. We can then multiply this number by each side of the ratio. This will let us know how many sweets are on each side of the ratio. 5 times 3 equals 15 sweets for Dave. 5 times 2 equals 10 sweets for Dave's friend. Here's a question for you to try. Pause the video while you have a go, then press play to check your answer. Let's check the answer. Here's a second question for you to try. Pause the video while you have a go, then press play to check your answer. Let's check the answer. Pause the video while you do this. Here's another question for you to try. Pause the video while you have a go, then press play to check your answer. Let's check the answer. Pause the video while you do this. And one last ratio question for you to try. Pause the video while you have a go, then press play to check your answer. Let's check the answer. Pause the video while you do this. In some situations, the missing amount of a ratio will need to be found. For example, a gym has male and female members in the ratio of 3 to 2. There are 120 male members. How many female members are there? Step 1 is to work out the value of one part of the ratio. We know there are 120 males. In the ratio, 3 shows the number of males. We need to divide 120 by 3 to work out one part of the ratio. 120 divided by 3 equals 40. Step 2 is to multiply by the missing side of the ratio. As the missing side is 2, we multiply this by the value of one part, which is 40. 40 times 2 equals 80. This tells us there are 80 female members. Here's a question for you to try. Pause the video while you have a go, then press play to check your answer. Let's check the answer. Pause the video while you do this. Proportion tells us how one value is affected by another. Proportions can be both direct and inverse. Direct is where both values increase by the same factor. Inverse is where one value has the opposite effect to the other. Let's look at direct proportion first. Here's an example of a direct proportion question. Sophie is baking cupcakes for a school fair. The number of cupcakes she can bake is directly proportional to the number of eggs she uses. Yesterday, Sophie used 3 eggs and baked 18 cupcakes. Today, she is using 5 eggs. How many cupcakes will Sophie bake today? Step 1. Find out how many cupcakes are made from each egg. 18 divided by 3 equals 6. So we know that each egg makes 6 cupcakes. Step 2. Multiply this by the new amount of eggs. 6 times 5 equals 30. 5 eggs will bake 30 cupcakes. Here's a question for you to try. Pause the video while you have a go, then press play to check your answer. Let's check the answer. Pause the video while you do this. Here's an example of inverse proportion. Normally it takes 6 hours for 12 workers to pick all the apples in an orchard. One day, 2 of the workers call in sick. Using an inverse proportion, how long will it take for the 10 workers to pick all the apples? In this example, we know that 12 workers take 6 hours. We can input these details into the following equation to help us answer the question. 6 hours equals x divided by 12 workers. To find the value of x, we multiply both sides of the equation together. 6 times 12 equals 72. We can now write the equation as hours equals 72 divided by workers. So as there are only 10 workers, we can add this to the above equation as 72 divided by 10 equals 7.2 hours, or 7 hours, 12 minutes. Here's a question for you to try. Pause the video while you have a go, then press play to check your answer. Let's check the answer. Pause the video while you do this. Let's try a couple of exam questions. Pause the video while you work out the answer to this question, then press play when you're ready to continue. Here's the answer. Pause the video while you check it, then press play to move on to the next question. Here's the final exam question. Pause the video while you have a go, then press play to check your answer. Let's check your answer. Again, pause the video while you do this, then press play to continue. Let's recap what you've learned in this video. You should now be able to identify and write ratios, solve problems involving ratios, solve direct proportion problems, and solve inverse proportion problems. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.